get this live stream going. All right. All right. All right, so we have a lot to talk about today to do severe weather wise. So there are ongoing already severe storms in near the border of Indiana and Kentucky, and they're racing off to the east in Ohio. And let's take a look at those right now. And there's also a severe thunderstorm watch that they issued not too long ago for these areas, which I'm gonna pull up for y'all real quick. Alright, here we go. Besides to, let's see, where am I at here? Okay. Okay, what was that? Hold up. Alright, just give me 1 second. Of course you're not gonna work today. Oh, let me find the National Weather Services. Okay, here we go. Okay, I found a better image of it. Alright, here we go. So this is valid until 7 p.m. Central Time, Eastern Time, excuse me, till 7 p.m. Central Eastern Time throughout these portions of Ohio. And the blue box is that severe thunderstorm watch. So make sure y'all are paying attention to that. And here are the storms that I was talking about right here. Is these right here. Post that. Okay. Alrighty, alright. So you can see they're racing off towards Ohio. Here's the severe thunderstorm watch, like I mentioned. Okay. Make sure to type in the chat any questions you'll have as well. Alright, so let's go down to these severe thunderstorm warnings. Knock these down out. So right here, this one for Middleton and Hamilton, Ohio. This severe thunderstorm warning is valid until the next 12 minutes and for wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour. And then this one down here near Cincinnati, or right in Cincinnati, is warned for 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. And then the storm to the south near in Kentucky near Newcastle, Campbellsburg, north of Frankfort, Kentucky. A strong cell there might pose a hail threat soon. Because the main threat today, or the main story today, will not be the tornadoes, it'll be more of the hail and the wind. Probably more likely the wind than anything else. Alright, let's see. Okay. 13 seconds ago, they just issued a new severe thunderstorm warning for these portions of okay, that made it worse. Never mind. Okay. For these portions of Ohio, includes a massive population of almost a million and a half people, which is a lot. Which includes includes Springfield, Ohio, South Charleston, Tyremont City, St. Paris, Tip City, Riversdale, Spring Valley, Waynesville, Lisonsville, Middletown, Jamestown, and many more towns and cities in Ohio. Winds up to 60 miles per hour and nickel-sized hail. So the hail size went up slightly. Yeah, might be a little rotation up here in this section of the storm. A little surprised a few frames ago that didn't issue a little tornado warning, but must not be that concerning to them. Yeah, you can obviously see the strong winds if it indicates the blues and the darker blues. So this storm does have some nasty winds in it. So please pay attention. How how Kentucky look? How's Kentucky look for today? Okay. Well, you're in that. Go back to right here. So most of Kentucky's in a severe thunderstorm threat. For the outlook, that is. Let me go back to a better image for you real quick. Okay. Put on the cities. Right. Here we go. Okay. So here's Kentucky. So more the northern half of Kentucky's in that enhanced risk for wind-driven, straight-line wind-driven, plus the hail. And then central and southern Kentucky's in that yellow, the slight risk, which includes some damaging winds and hail, but not as the threat's not as much compared to Louisville or Cincinnati. But there's also isolated tornado threat more in northern Kentucky as well. But most of the storms have passed. There will be more storms in the evening throughout these areas over here, but I don't think it's too concerning for you. Maybe a severe thunderstorm or two, possibly. Maybe a few strong gusts. Maybe some small hail. Nothing too concerning on my end, in my opinion. So other than that, just give you a heads up on some gusty winds and some small hail possible in some of these storms. Other than that, I think you're alright. I think it's not too extreme of a day, so which is good. Okay. The storm near Cincinnati is still has some rain ahead of it, which is odd, but just how the evolution of these storms are occurring apparently for whatever weird odd reason. Okay, so the severe thunderstorm is still issued for Springfield, Dayton, just directly outside Columbus, Ohio. You're welcome, Mitch. You're welcome, Mitch. And if you have any more questions, feel free to ask him, and I'll answer them for you. Hopefully that answered your question if that's what you were looking for. But if you're looking for more of a more detailed answer, then you can ask that as well. Okay. Alrighty, so let's go back to over here. Alright. So like I said, the severe thunderstorm warning for Springfield, Faribault, Centerville, South Charleston, Ohio is for 60 miles per wind gusts and nickel-sized hail. This is directly outside of Columbus, Ohio. and Columbus, Ohio is in the line of fire. And these in the areas in the pink are in that severe thunderstorm watch as well. So make sure if y'all have any questions, comments, or concerns, type them in the chat, and I'll freely ask them for you, free of charge, of course. Okay. Yeah, these are bucking too. They're moving quick. Yeah, and the blues and the darker blues indicate all those stronger winds that you can clearly see. Might be a little something up here. A little bit of rotation, a little bit. It's broad and weak, but I'm surprised they didn't issue like a short tornado warning for that. Because usually they're more sensitive about the weak, even the very weak rotation. But still, which is good to be sensitive because you don't, because you better be, then you'd rather be safe than sorry. Especially these things. Or maybe it's because they don't. Yeah, this is probably exactly why they didn't issue it. Because that radar, it's a little bit far away, might have shown something, but then the closest radar is to it doesn't really show any rotation. So that's probably why they didn't necessarily did that. Yeah, there's a few gusts of 50, 60 within the blues here. So there is some gusty, strong, damaging winds in this line. Okay. Make sure I'm not missing nothing. Yeah, no new severe thunderstorm watches, which is good. I mean, warnings, excuse me, which is good. And 0 tornado warnings so far, which is good. And right when I just said that, they're going to issue a tornado warning for all the way Missouri for a radar indicated no hail expected. This is from Mineral Point, Missouri. So let's go to that area real quick. Here's a tornado warning area right here. Eh, there's rotation to be right here. That's weird. I'm surprised they issued that because it's weakening a lot. Something maybe, but it's very broad and weak. So, it better be safe than sorry just in case, because you never know. It doesn't look too concerning to me right now because it's very unorganized. Because if it's organized, I'd be more concerned about it. But it's very messy, so I'm not really concerned about it at all in the least. But over here, I'm more concerned about the winds. So. this died. Oh well, I got enough light in here anyway. Okay. Alrighty, so let's go back to these storms. So, here's Ohio, obviously. Here's Kentucky, Indiana. So these are where these severe storms are tracking right now, this afternoon, that are causing some destructive, damaging winds and some small hail throughout Dayton, Springfield, Lebanon, Cincinnati, Oria, Manchester, in these general areas. Okay, let me do this. Here's a better image of it. And as you can see, these bluish colors indicate the stronger winds. This is velocity, as you can see. The bluer winds indicate more the 50 to 60, and then the darker blues indicate more 70 to 80 miles per hour winds. So, do a little curly right there. Yeah, you can see some 40 to 50 miles per hour winds in here. Nothing too crazy, but whoa, okay. So if you have any questions or comments or concerns, feel free to ask them in the chat, and I'll freely answer them. Okay. Yeah, Dayton, Ohio just got slammed, and now they're probably more okay right now, more of just heavy rain, because the winds are get done for them, which is good. And Cincinnati is about to get hit. And then we gotta watch this sail to the south of Cincinnati, because this could try to produce a weak tornado maybe, or even mainly probably large hail, my guess. So we'll just have to see about that. Okay. Alrighty. See if they got any more new warnings out. Okay. Okay, so they just did. So this is the continuation of this is outside Cincinnati. Yeah, it's a highly populated area again. Over 1 million people in this severe thunderstorm warning for wind gusts up to 60, and then penny-sized hail, which includes Cincinnati, Middleton, Newtown, Franceville, Dent, Mount Healthy, Forest Park, and many more towns and cities. Which is this storm right here. Here's Cincinnati, this storm right here. Yep, like I said, they got rid of that tornado warning. It was not even needed, I don't think, because the rotation was weakening very quickly due to it was disorganized to begin with. It wasn't going to last long after that. some pretty strong winds right in here near Monroe. Yeah, some even 70 was picking up right in here. That's pretty strong winds near Middleton, Ohio. It's like little pockets here and there of those strong winds. And make sure to share the stream so that more people are aware of this stream so that we can get these warnings out today. Yeah, Waynesville, Harveysburg, Lebanon. You're about to get slammed by some strong, damaging winds of 60 to 70 miles per hour winds, possibly, according to velocity, that is. As you can clearly see right here. 70, 76, wow, that's strong. So please take this severe thunderstorm seriously. This warning, that is, as well. And as you can see, these little bowing areas, like right here, and right here, and like right there. When they bow out like that, it means the strongest of the winds within the line are bowing out because they're pushing out of front of the line because the rain, showing the rain pushing out along up ahead of the line because of the winds. As you can clearly see right here. There's some very strong winds out here. Wonder if any of that reaches the ground is the actual real question. Still watching the storm down here in south of Cincinnati. It's in Kentucky. This one right here. Looks like it'll probably be a hail producer very soon. It's like some evidence of it, some pea-sized it dropped so far. And then watch from more semi-discreet over here. That may decide to form. Yeah, they're gonna have to issue a new severe thunderstorm warning for these areas soon. Since those winds are obviously still pretty strong, which surpasses the severe criteria of 58 miles per hour. So, yep. And they just issued it too. Yep, they just issued the new, like I literally just said, they would. Like, there's no way. It's probably for 70. Really? Okay. Oh, this is for the other half of the storm, never mind. So, they just issued a new superficial warning for us. Includes a little bit of Cincinnati again. This is from more of Ohio. More luck. Or you can just look right here. Blanchester, Lake Lornell, Cuba, Sharonville. Pretty highly populated areas of almost a million people for penny-sized hail and then 60 miles per hour wind gusts. about a half hour in, almost a half hour into the stream. So some pretty strong winds in that line, so we'll just have to see if we get any reports and all that fun stuff. And then, like I said, later on in the day, like I said, 30s portion of Kentucky, when I answered the other guy's question, the severe thunderstorm potential develop across the lower Ohio Valley this afternoon, which includes this portions of Kentucky, southern Indiana, and southern Illinois. And the watch issuance probability is 80% probability, so it's pretty high chance. The tornado threat is relatively low, but the main concern would be those damaging winds and then the small to large hail. So discussion from them. A little discussion. Okay. And then they just issued. Did they issue this or was it? Oh, this is a continuation of that severe thunderstorm warning. That's pretty similar areas of the same exact areas in Ohio again. Once again, Springfield, South Charleston, Lebanon, Springboro, Catering, and those other towns and cities. Beaver Creek, Ohio, as well. And then let's look at that severe thunderstorm watch again. Oh crap, what did I just do? Okay, my bad. There we go, it's a little bit better, okay. So, like I said, a couple tornadoes are possible within these yellow highlighted counties within that severe thunderstorm watch. Scattered hail up to ping pong size hail, and then scattered wind gusts up to 75 miles per hour likely within these warning severe thunderstorm watch areas. So these portions right in here, the few counties in Indiana, you're pretty much good because the storms, those severe storms, strong to severe storms, just passed y'all, and those severe storms are more right in here now. And the main concern now is these areas, including Columbus, Manchester, Mansfield, all the way up to the northern tip of West Virginia, and soon into Pennsylvania very shortly. And then, of course, the northern tip of Kentucky as well, which includes Cincinnati, which those storms are shortly passing Cincinnati now. Still watching the storm down here. That's on the stronger side, but let's see. Yeah, it looks like maybe some little bit of hail, a little pea-sized hail in there. Not enough for the severe criteria yet, but it's trying. I fixed that. Okay. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, feel free to comment them. And move a little bit. And if you have any, oh yeah, and also hit the subscribe button if you have not yet subscribed, if you so you don't miss out on any of these updates, live streams, etc. Alright, alright, alright. So, nothing new yet. Hold on, let me see. Nothing new occurred yet, besides the damaging wind issue that's going on in Ohio right now. Yeah, some pretty strong. Ew. Ooh. That's not good. They might have to update that warning if that continues. Let me see. It's a pretty strong, almost up to hurricane 80 miles per hour right there. Yes. Oh. I don't know about that, but some pretty strong 60 to 70 to 80 miles per hour wind gusts up in that small pocket right in here near Waynesville, Ohio. Then you can actually see it rotating a little bit. Goodness. Interesting. Yeah, that's a pretty strong, dominant part of the storm, of this line. Quite interesting to watch. Make sure to like the stream, comment any questions y'all have, and also hit that follow button if you have not yet followed. I can clearly see it rotating. Doing something. Hold up. There's something right here. Okay, they just issued a new severe thunderstorm which includes Columbus. Let me pull that up for y'all real quick. Okay, here we go. Alright. So here's that new, severe thunderstorm warning. That includes Columbus, Ohio, which is almost 2 million people in this warning for winds up to 60 miles per hour and penny-sized hail. Includes London, Columbus, Dublin, Delaware, Sunbury, Asheville, Bloomingburg, Jamestown, and many more areas. Which is this exactly right here. Give me 1 second. Fixing something real quick. this up. Okay. Fixing something real quick. Okay, so we're looking at that severe thunderstorm right now that was issued, or the warning was 3 minutes ago. Okay. Looks like it's not as extreme winds, but it's still 50 to 70 miles per hour, maybe 50 to 65 more likely, because I'm sure most of it isn't hitting the ground just yet. Okay. But Columbus is in the next area for those severe winds, or strong winds at least, of 40 to 50 at least. Because I'm trying to make it more realistic. But either way, there's a severe thunderstorm, so please get in some type of building, avoid all that heavy rain, small hail, and strong winds. Yeah, this storm's not looking as, it's looking more interesting, not as intense. Or it wasn't really intense to begin with, but it's not really causing much of any disruptance besides probably some lightning and heavy rain. There we go. Yeah, it's nothing too crazy right now. Yeah, no new warnings. Might as well go to that one tornado warning in Missouri real quick. It's very broad and very weak, but not really much. Maybe something right here. Other than that, it's not really much of anything. But still take this tornado warning seriously if you're in Evansville, Perry de Rocho, I don't know why I had that terrible accent. Bloomsdale, St. Mary, right on the border of Illinois and Missouri, takes shelter. And then there's also, hold up, a severe thunderstorm warning as well for Marble Hill, Oak Ridge, and Whitewater, Missouri, for 60 miles per hour wind gusts. Give you a heads up on that. Let's go back up here to Ohio. Mm. Yeah, there's nothing too crazy going on. If you have not yet subscribed, feel free to do so and comment any questions y'all have in the chat. Some inch tree limbs broken. You guys headed towards straight for Columbus, so get ready. Clearly see some stronger gusts. That's about to hit Mechanicsburg. Head towards Columbus. You can see like the lighter pinks and reds indicate some stronger ones. Probably like 40 to 50. Most likely. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, 40, 45, 51, 44. Nothing too. If it reaches the ground, that is. So heads up if you live in Columbus and all these towns and city outside Columbus for those damaging winds. And maybe even some small hail as well. Because if it's not nothing too crazy going on, then yeah, no new warning was issued. So yeah, nothing new. Yeah, these ones have died down a lot, so not really any rotation at all either. So it's more of a strong to severe thunderstorm type issue with some gusty winds. So it's about 50 minutes since I started streaming. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back streaming, or I'll go back live here shortly. And if something obviously goes down, like extreme, like really bad, severe winds in a certain portion of these areas, or there's a confirmed tornado, or the worst thing you could think of that would happen today, which I don't think there'll be a bad tornado today, but still take it seriously, even if it's a severe thunderstorm warning for those winds and the large, small to large hail, but more of winds for these. So I'll see y'all in a little while.